They say North Carolina is perfect for retirement. Beaches, mountains, sweet tea, and a front row seat to some of the worst neighborhoods you've ever locked your doors in. But what happens when your peaceful golden years come with more crime scenes than community potlucks? Is that early bird dinner deal worth dodging bullets for? In this video, we're counting down the worst places to retire in North Carolina, the towns where your retirement dreams go to collect dust and maybe an arrest record. And trust me, some of these places look charming on the surface. Cheap houses, friendly locals, pretty streets until you check the crime rate or meet your new neighbor, a raccoon wearing your missing slippers. So grab your bucket list and maybe a bulletproof vest, because we're kicking things off with a town that might just send you running back to work. Let's start the countdown. Kicking off our list is Durham, the perfect place to retire if your idea of relaxation includes ducking behind your mailbox for cover. Once known for its tobacco factories, Durham these days seems more interested in producing crime reports. Now, sure, the city's cleaned up a bit since the wild days of the 90s when crack cocaine was practically listed on the welcome sign. But don't let the fancy new coffee shops and yoga studios fool you. Underneath that shiny surface, Durham still loves to keep retirees on their toes. And not in the staying active kind of way. Last year alone, over 150 people were shot. That's not exactly the kind of bingo night most retirees sign up for. And while the police chief is practically begging for more officers, the city council seems to think a positive attitude and a reusable grocery bag will solve the problem. But wait, there's more. Even if you dodge the crime, you'll still get to enjoy Durham's unique social scene, where wealthy tech workers sip $8 oat milk lattes, and lifelong residents wonder which end of town they'll be priced out of next. So, unless you've got a strong heart and a real passion for plot twists, you might want to cross Durham off your retirement dream list. Next up, we have Albemarle, a charming little town where your retirement dreams might just take a detour. Nestled about 45 minutes outside Charlotte, Albemarle offers the thrill of uncertainty with a 1 in 16 chance of being attacked or robbed. It's like playing the lottery, but the prize is a trip to the emergency room. The town boasts a poverty rate of 21.6%, which is 71.43% higher than the national average. Unemployment here is triple the national average, making it a place where job opportunities are as scarce as a quiet bingo night. While housing is affordable, averaging around $153,600, the local economy and crime rates might make you think twice. It's a place where the neighborhood watch might need night vision goggles and a good sense of humor. So, if you're looking for a retirement spot that keeps you on your toes and your doors locked, Albemarle might just be the adventure you're seeking. Just remember to bring your sense of humor and perhaps a security system. Next up is Fayetteville, the kind of place that reminds you retirement isn't just about peace and quiet. It's about survival skills. Locals affectionately call it Fayette-Nam. And no, that's not a tourism slogan. It's more of a warning label. Now sure, Fayetteville has over 200,000 residents, but before you get too excited about meeting new friends, you should know the city also ranks sky high for poverty, crime, and plot twist, STDs. Yep, nothing says golden years quite like needing golden health insurance. And if you were picturing your retirement filled with scenic walks and lazy afternoons at the local Walmart, well, better adjust those plans. The Walmart here literally closes early for safety. When even Walmart taps out before bedtime, you know it's serious. And let's not forget Skybow Road, where evening stroll translates to don't forget your running shoes. Sure, the cost of living is decent, and Fort Liberty gives the area some structure, but unless your idea of retirement fun involves dodging both bullets and awkward medical conversations, Fayetteville might not be the cozy haven you're hoping for. So if you've been dreaming of a retirement where the only action is on the shuffleboard court, you might want to keep on shuffling right past Fayetteville. Next on the retirement road trip of questionable choices, Whiteville. Proof that sometimes small towns can pack a big punch, and not in a good way. Whiteville might only have about 4,600 people, but according to crime stats, it seems like everyone's busy either stealing something or getting something stolen. Your odds of becoming a victim of property crime? A charming 1 in 11. That's not a neighborhood watch. That's a neighborhood lottery. And the prize is usually your lawn mower. Now, the average home price is about $180,000, which sounds like a bargain until you realize you might need to budget extra for window bars, motion detectors, and possibly a moat. And if you were hoping to supplement your retirement income with a little part-time work, brace yourself. The median household income sits around $27,800, and the poverty rate is clocking in at a solid 16.2%. Translation: you won't be the only one clipping coupons around here. Add in the occasional hurricane just to keep things spicy, and you've got yourself a retirement spot that'll make your heart race for all the wrong reasons. So unless your golden years include sharpening your survival instincts, Whiteville might be more of a plot twist than a happy ending. Next up is Salisbury, or as the locals lovingly call it, Shotsbury. And no, that's not because the nightlife is wild. It's because the crime rate is. Your odds of encountering violent crime here are 1 in 104. So if your retirement dreams include living life on the edge, Salisbury's got you covered. Bulletproof vests, the new Florida golf shirts, and when it comes to property crime, you've got a 1 in 25 chance of being part of the action. Forget bingo night. Here the real game is, will my car still be in the driveway tomorrow? Now the poverty rate is holding steady at a cozy 24.3%. Translation: you won't be the only one cutting coupons in line at the store. In fact, you might find yourself bonding with the entire town over who has the best ramen recipes. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. Salisbury does offer 508 acres of parks, so you can enjoy scenic walks as long as you stay alert enough to avoid becoming part of the local crime stats. And hey, the city is home to Cheerwine, Food Lion, and Rack Room shoes, so you'll at least be hydrated, fed, and stylish while sprinting back to your house before dark. Is your retirement goal to survive and thrive? Salisbury offers at least one of those. Next on the countdown, we've got a 2-for-1 deal, and not the kind you'd want on your retirement bucket list. Say hello to Rocky Mount and High Point, two cities locked in a fierce competition for which place can make Grandma regret selling the house. Let's start with Rocky Mount, charmingly nicknamed Murder Mount. If you thought retirement was about peace and quiet, this town begs to differ. Here, the violent crime rate is a cozy 8.7 per 1,000 residents, which basically means your chances of an exciting ER visit are higher than finding a senior discount at the local diner. Even the Food Lion has security at the door. Nothing says, welcome to retirement, quite like having a guard supervise your bread and milk run. Now over to High Point, where the furniture might be comfy, but the crime rate is not. With a violent crime rate of 4.4 per 1,000 and property crime at 25.1 per 1,000, you might spend more time installing window locks than actually enjoying the view. High Point also ranked as the 25th deadliest city in the U.S. So yes, the only early bird special here might be for life insurance. And if you hope the downtown scene would save the day, it's only alive during the annual furniture market. The other 51 weeks? Let's just say you and the tumbleweeds will get pretty well acquainted. So unless your dream retirement includes cardio via home security drills, maybe keep house hunting. Next up, we have Winston-Salem, the kind of place that sounds like it should come with a pipe, a rocking chair, and a porch, but actually hands you a good luck card and a coupon for pepper spray. Once the crown jewel of North Carolina's tobacco empire, Winston-Salem was built on cigarettes and sweet southern charm, but as smoking lost its sparkle, so did a chunk of the city. Now, instead of lighting up a relaxing retirement, you might find yourself lighting up Zillow looking for a way out. About 18% of the population lives below the poverty line, which makes retirement affordable. If by affordable you mean you'll be joining the locals in debating whether air conditioning is worth the extra power bill. And if you were picturing your golden years spent strolling through charming neighborhoods, keep in mind that Winston-Salem's gentrification is moving slower than your old dial-up connection. Some areas still haven't quite figured out whether they want to be up and coming or stay down and out. And while the city's crime rate gives it some street cred with a violent crime rate higher than most folks would prefer, the real excitement comes from its economy, which is still catching its breath after losing big tobacco. So if your dream retirement includes financial uncertainty, questionable scenery, and dodging both potholes and pickpockets, Winston-Salem is practically calling your name. Next on the retirement hit list is Laurinburg, a place where your retirement dreams might just come with a side of lock your doors. Tucked away near the South Carolina border, Laurinburg, or as locals call it, the Burg, sounds charming until you check the fine print. About a third of the population lives below the poverty line. 15% are unemployed, and the city proudly holds the title of the 5th most violent place in North Carolina. It's the kind of place where even the squirrels double-check their insurance policies. And if you're thinking, hey, at least houses are cheap, well, you're not wrong. The average home costs around $170,000, which sounds like a steal until you realize that burglaries here happen so often, it might as well be part of the neighborhood welcome committee. High property taxes, schools closing left and right, and a downtown that could use a little CPR. Laurinburg makes sure you get that small town life just with none of the peace and quiet. So if your idea of retirement includes adrenaline-filled nights, budget real estate, and long philosophical talks with your home security system, Laurinburg could be the perfect spot to stretch your Social Security checks and your luck. Sliding into the number 2 spot on our Retirement Nightmares tour, meet Lumberton, a charming little town where the sunsets are pretty and the crime rate is apparently too high to mention. Literally, the city stopped sending crime stats to the FBI, which is kind of like deleting your bank app because you don't want to see your balance. Located right along the South Carolina border in Robeson County, Lumberton might sound cozy, but about 40% of its residents live below the poverty line. So, unless your retirement plan involves extreme couponing and mastering the art of locking your doors in under 3 seconds, you might want to keep house hunting. And let's not skip the name Robeson County, as in robbery, son, which feels a little too on the nose given the crime reputation. Lumberton has also had its share of flood problems thanks to hurricanes, so even if you escape crime, Mother Nature might still swipe your porch. So, unless you're retiring to start a side hustle as a detective or a kayak rental operator, Lumberton is one destination that's better enjoyed from a safe distance like Google Maps. And here we are, rolling out the red carpet for the grand finale, Kinston. Because what better way to wrap up your retirement dreams than with a town where even Google Maps looks concerned when you zoom in? Tucked away in Lenoir County and surrounded by fields of cotton, tobacco, and corn, Kinston offers that perfect escape to the countryside vibe until you realize most folks are actually trying to escape from the town itself. The population has been shrinking faster than your 401k in a recession. And 2 of Kinston's neighborhoods proudly earned the title of worst in the entire state, based on the winning trifecta of poverty, unemployment, and general hopelessness. The crime rate here is so high, even porch pirates have to take a number and wait in line. Gangs, drugs, and violence make up more of the local economy than actual businesses, and with one of the highest poverty rates in North Carolina, fixed income would take on a whole new meaning. So, unless your retirement plan includes joining a gang for Social Security benefits, Kinston probably isn't the golden years paradise you've been dreaming of. But hey, at least the cornfields are quiet until the sirens start. And there you have it. The North Carolina retirement destinations where your golden years might turn into more of a survival reality show. Sure, the home prices are low, but so are your odds of a peaceful afternoon nap. Retirement's supposed to be about shuffleboard and lemonade, not dodging potholes and checking the police scanner like it's your new hobby. But hey, now you know where not to plant your rocking chair. If you enjoyed this countdown of retirement nightmares, do your future self a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Think of it as your first smart retirement investment. It's free, and unlike some of these towns, it won't disappoint you.